Hmm. Did this start on a different file again? There we go. Aha, there we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Insider Outsider from Down Under. Hope you're all well on that side of the camera. It's been really hard being out of communication with you guys, catching your videos and whatnot. It's just so hard to keep up with things. And just we're busy all day and not watching much of YouTube. We've been on the road quite a bit. The last week has been pretty adventurous and wild. Seeing a lot of amazing things. It is so hard to explain how much we have actually seen. So before we do any of that, let me say hello to everybody who's here. I see special guests down in the basement. We got Colin. We've got Jake. Sir Jake is here. The Knights of the Round Boy Table. Sir Colin. Sir Jean Ricard is here. Sir Graham from Leamington Station. Sir Greg, who we got to see earlier this week, is here. Nice to have you, Greg. Sir Randall Ellison. Sir Tom Couples. Earlier, I saw Dave from Sir Dave from Scott's Rails, and anybody else I want to make sure I haven't missed anybody that hasn't typed in a few minutes. Sir Tom Couples is here. So we got a nice little squad to begin with. Let's go ahead and bring this guy up. All right. Oh, somebody's got to turn their mic off.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, you're going to have to.
Is that better?
Yep. We're all good. No feedback, no echo. We did have, it's hard to even keep track of what's happened in the last week, because in the last week, we've done a lot of things. We went down to Melbourne for 3 days. And while we were there, we stopped off and saw wrong. We saw Gary, aka Creepy 0130013. We stopped off and saw him. We went and his wonderful wife, beautiful house, very cool city in Goulburn. And then we went down to Melbourne, where we stayed with cousins of Artie's that were just wonderful hosts. Although you got to watch out for Palinko.
Someone was happy.
Yeah, that's
people were happy.
Speaking of which, hello Dion, and speaking of which, there's Gary. It was awesome to meet Gary after talking to him online for more than 2 years, 3 years, maybe going back, at least since Artie started, at least since you started Wacky Weekends, but I think Gary was in live streams and chats long before that.
Oh, yeah.
So great to have you, Sir Gary. We went to see Greg and his wife, and we did a live stream, which only about 5 people saw while we were live, but got to hang out at Greg's place for a while, and that was awesome. Went to a wonderful lunch as well. It was such an honor and a privilege to meet Gary and Greg. And we went to a place called Grossard Point, which is on Phillips Island, which is outside of Melbourne, where Joyce and I saw whales. So that was really cool. We weren't sure we were seeing whales at first, but there was enough, some of the best proof we didn't get on camera, but that was amazing views. We wound up deciding to come back from Melbourne early because we were worried about the weather. So we left a day or two early, and we came back up, and it was a good choice because the weather went really bad in Melbourne from what we understand. The benefit is, although we got to see so many cool things while we were down in Melbourne and so forth, the benefit is we got back here and the weather actually cleared, and we went to way too many places that I can't even keep track of them all. We went to Hill 60 and saw the coastline there, and we saw some whales there while we were on Hill 60. We saw a whole bunch of whales. There was a whale pod out there because there was clearly 8, 9, 10 at least, or there were 5 moving really fast, or 3 bordering on light speed, because they were all over.
I must say, Joyce and I almost witnessed a beach whale himself at Port Kimber Beach.
You almost witnessed, you witnessed a beach whale. Thanks, Artie. Yes, I did get to go for a quick dip in the ocean. I planned to do more, but because it was finally the first day where the weather was really cooperating, although the air temperature wasn't the best.
Well, from that morning, I mean, you guys went for a walk, and then we had a lunchtime storm, and then you went out sunbaking.
Yeah, so the weather turned out great. The air temperature was only 58 when I went in the water, but I really wanted to do more swimming, but there were no warnings up, but it was clear there was definitely a strong undertow. And it was clear there was a strong undertow, and the beach sand as I was going in was clearly being pulled. I didn't trust it, so I was actually going to go out at least to chest high and dive into the water and swim in. But if you watch the video, you can hear Artie. It's amazing how the brains linked up. Because I couldn't hear Artie, though the roar of the ocean and the waves crashing, I would not hear people screaming behind me. If a shark had snuck up in a ninja suit, gotten out of the water, and was creeping up behind me, and Joyce and Artie are screaming for me to watch out behind me for a shark attack, I would never have heard them. But anyhow, I went out, and I fully intended to just march right out there, straight into the water, and just go. But conditions just did not seem right. So I stopped and just went out carefully, making sure there was no sense of a stronger undertow or a riptide. And I did a couple of dives. It's not as much as I wanted to do, but it's more than I thought I would do just a couple of weeks ago. So it was awesome to get into the ocean as I did and enjoy it. But we've seen so many things. I mean, and it's the little things. Joyce today got to see pelicans live for the first time. Now, yes, pelicans are in North America, but she's never seen them in the wild. So you get to see that. Whales in the distance. There were just so many things. We went to a very beautiful Buddhist temple, the Nantian temple here, well, in Wollongong. Hey, Joe Rader, how are you? Now, the nice thing is when I went into the ocean, some of you expressed concern about sharks. A, this is really the time of year for the sharks, and B, there were some surfers outside of view that were offering themselves as much more interesting treats to munch on. So I was fine, although literally there were probably whales out there. There were probably whales out there. We just didn't see sign of them, other than me when I hit the beach the second time.
He hit a good
time. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And then today we tried kangaroo steak. Hey, Christopher, Sir Christopher, great to have you. Sir Joe, welcome in. And I think I said hi to Sir Dion. Nice to have you. But yeah, it's been great. We haven't done really anything train related. Okay.
Yes, we did.
What? Well, yeah.
We went at Sticky Big at Aubrey Station.
Yeah, we did. We've done a little bit of, I can't even call it rail fanning, but we've gone and seen some rail places and done some things. But, and I have filmed a couple of trains, but really we have not been focusing on the train aspect of this trip. We have been focusing on the experience nature. I mean, I don't know. I mean, for me, obviously, I can't pick the best. I can't say, oh, this was the best thing we did. Going into the ocean was a major thing. But what we went to yesterday definitely is one of the big things. We went to the Blue Mountains. Hey, did I see? Hey, Rick from Folds Bailey is here. Good morning to all of you over there. It is nighttime here. It's morning in the US and it is afternoon in the UK. So we've got all parts of the day covered. We've got morning, night, and afternoon. But we went to the Blue Mountains, and specifically we went to see a place called the Three Sisters Monument.
Yeah, that's good.
And that was
the Three Sisters Rock Formation.
The Three Sisters Rock Formation. It's still a national monument, but yeah, it's a rock formation. But the thing is, you're on top of, what hill were we on? What mountain were we on? Mount.
We were up in Katoomba.
Okay, we were on Mount.
Which is roughly about 2 hours west of Sydney.
Yeah, I believe it's 2 hours west of Sydney. It's Katoomba, and I think even the mountain is Mount Katoomba, but I could be wrong.
No, it's not
Mount Katoomba.
Well, we just caught it
because we've been on so many mountains, I can't keep them straight. Mount Victoria was a little bit later in the day. But the view, if you saw the video I posted, the view from Katoomba and the observation deck up there it's jaw-dropping, unbelievable what we saw. Hey, 156 Andrew, great to have you here.
Hey, Andrew. Hi, Andrew.
Shortbread. I know I said it sort of at the beginning, but I want to say I really do miss your guys' videos. I just have not. I watched a little bit of Christopher's video, and I watched a little bit of somebody else's video this morning.
Okay, Sean Ricard, you have a safe day, buddy.
All right, you have to go to work. All right, go to work in your boring flat Denmark from mountainous, hilly, and ocean-surrounded Australia. Take that loving thought with you on the road today, Jean Ricard.
Yeah, buddy, just stay safe. Oh, Pixie's coming to say hello too.
Oh, Pixie's coming in, but not to say hello. She's coming on to say, I smell delicious wires to chew.
Oh, yeah.
Don't look at us like that. You know darn well. But yeah, the view yesterday was spectacular. Of course, with so many trips into mountains and hills, my fear of heights started to kick in. And but I did manage to get to the edge of the Outlook platform and look out and film some of that amazing footage out there. It is absolutely.
I just posted my Fun Day Friday.
Okay.
So they'll be able to get another view of that too.
Okay.
So
because did put up, I put up a couple of good views of that. I did a short. I don't know if I did a full video on that one. And then after that, we drove further into the hills and went to Mount Victoria, where Artie and Joyce saw the continental shelf, not the continental divide.
We saw the not so much continental shelf. So I just got to keep someone occupied. We actually was a view of the western side of the ridge of the.
Okay, it's the western side of the ridge. Okay.
The western side of the Great Divide. That's it.
Well, wait. The western side of the Great Divide, or just the western side of the
western side of the Great Divide, and looking down towards the plains.
Okay, yeah. So, and it was our first view west towards the western side of Australia, where we were over the main mountains and looking west. So continental shelf, continental divide, the split, etc. We were on the other side of the mountains finally, so you could look out and see west. Joyce got some video of that, which she posted a short on her channel, but eventually she'll point more. All our main vacation videos will be on Joyce's channel. Sonia, how are you all doing? Because as I've said, I've really missed. I feel completely cut off and out of contact with all of you. There is one train related bit of news, but I'll do a video on that when we get back. As this Sunday is Father's Day, I've already bought my Father's Day gift, so hopefully it'll be waiting for me when we get back to the United States.
Hey, Jason, how are you, buddy?
Well, hello, Jason. Good morning. It's what, about 6 a.m. where you are?
No, it'll be about 8 o'clock there at the moment. 8 o'clock in.
So Joyce is here. She's off camera knitting. I don't know if she wants to say hi.
Hi.
Are those my new socks?
You're testing the sounds. Yeah. 7 a.m. Okay. Well, that's okay. 7 a.m. Are they still central? I thought they might be mountain. So anyhow, tomorrow we're actually going to do some, we're going to a model train shop, maybe 2, maybe 3, but I think 1 for sure.
Oh, we'll go definitely to 2.
Definitely to 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll definitely go to 2. We're going to go to one shop that's specialised in Australian outline.
Okay.
And then we're going to go to another one. Since you're looking at some bridge cars, I noticed where were we at that shop? In Parramatta.
Yeah, Parramatta.
So I'm going to take you to another shop up there. So.
Randall's the other video I saw. I had to watch Fredo Baggino win his dirt road cup victory.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get much time to watch people's videos either. I've just been busy entertaining my guests.
Oh, cool, Christopher. Yeah. Artie has been going overboard to make sure we are having a good time here. Obviously, as we said last week and 2 weeks ago, it's tough to have your routine in life get completely altered when people come in and, live. But we did that. And we, again, your cousins, I don't know if, can I name them or should I not?
Yeah,
okay. George and Margaret were wonderful hosts. Beautiful house. And the thing is, I didn't know this.
From this shit all day.
No, it's a beautiful house. We probably had about the same amount of free space to move around with, because they had, not only did they have us 3, they had their one son lives with them, Anthony, also known as AJ. So that's a double whammy. And then Tommy, and then they had the 2 granddaughters, Tommy's daughter and Anthony's daughter. And we were all there the one night, and then Tommy went out, and because I think Anthony was just babysitting, or Grandma and Grandpa were babysitting.
Grandma and Grandpa was babysitting,
and Tommy and his wife were doing something because
and Anthony had his daughter over.
Right.
Yeah.
But
it was actually good because it was the first time I actually got to see my nieces, the little ones. It's the first time I actually got to see them. So
yeah, the great grandnieces or the grandnieces,
great nieces. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the oldest one? Going on to 3.
One is going on to 3, and the other one's 2.5 or whatever. Yeah.
So I haven't had the opportunity to get down there and see them. So that was a good one, but it was very nice of them putting us up. And they only just
finished remodeling
their kitchen. So yeah, that was.
And actually, the sink, our first night, the sink hadn't been installed yet. The sink was installed. The plumbing for it was not.
Yeah. So we had to use bucket of water.
Yeah.
Today, Hutch, where's that way?
Hey, Andrew, Martwest Junction, welcome in, Sir Andrew.
Well, there was an upside. At least the plumbing and the toilet still worked.
Yeah, the plumbing. That worked. But what I didn't know the first night, I did not know this the first night, is Artie slept on a couch. I felt bad that Artie was sleeping on the couch, but apparently the beds were taken.
Don't worry about the couch. That one was more comfortable than mine. At least that one's bigger.
Gotcha.
Yeah, this one here, I've got to cramp up like a sardine can.
But we've had so many things, and I haven't posted a train video on my channel in 3 weeks or 4. I mean, I've been doing the deck, and then I did one last live feed or 2 last live feeds before we left. But yeah, I have not done anything train related on my channel in a while. and I'd like to change that, but we are not in the UK, Dion. We are in Australia right now.
Yeah.
We are in just outside of Wollongong. We are in a suburb of Wollongong called Berkeley. Port Kembla, I went swimming in the ocean briefly, but
contaminated water.
Yeah, I contaminated the water.
Where's your trunks?
Yeah. Apparently, I think I left my trunks at the beach. When I went and changed, we got home. I thought I wrapped them up in the towel and threw the towel in the wet bag. And then we did the laundry and the trunks weren't in there. So apparently my trunks are somewhere at that beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Someone's got an American souvenir there with your DNA on it.
Not with all that salt water. I didn't leave any DNA. I really was trying to march out there, and even as that cold ocean water was gonna hit my balls, I'm like, nope, not gonna bother me. I'm not gonna flinch or cringe like so many people do when they get hit by cold water. I grew up swimming in cold water places, so the only thing is the sand, the floor of the ocean there, where the tide's coming in, because the tide was coming in at that point. Did not feel secure. There felt to be a bit of an undertow. So rather than go out as deep as I wanted to go out, I stayed where I kept it basically waist high, thigh high, and was not going to take any stupid chances. But I had to swim in the ocean. I had to do it. No, I have lost track of what's going on. So where you say they're playing soccer tonight, in your world, on my part of the world, it's going to be tomorrow. So I'll let you know how they did. Germany is playing. He says Germany is playing Scotland tonight. Tonight for you. On our side, no.
They're not coming back. They decide they love it so much here. They just got to stay put, and the kids can move over.
Yeah, Artie keeps saying this. I don't think our grandkids or people would be, friends would be too thrilled if we didn't come back. Even my daughter Elizabeth.
Well, Pixie won't let Joyce run away.
Yeah. As we talked about, Pixie has developed an attachment to Joyce.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. So, where is she anyway?
Did she?
No, she's out.
Yep, she's out there. Yeah. So normally we can ask each other what's new on your end, but
what's new at my end? Well, I didn't burn the kangaroo. I think I killed that.
We had kangaroo. It was meh. Joyce did not like it. I just thought it was meh. It wasn't like, oh my God, it's awful, but it wasn't great either. And again, kangaroo's expensive. So, but I got to be honest. To be honest, I think I had a better reaction to Vegemite than I did to kangaroo meat. But again, I could eat it. If somebody served it for dinner, I could clean my plate and eat it. It just was sort of, that's why I said it was just sort of meh. I didn't think it didn't have a great taste to me, like a good steak. Now, to be honest, I would say it tastes better to me than ham or bacon, but I don't, as anybody knows, I don't like ham or bacon. I would rather eat kangaroo than ham.
Yeah, well, that kangaroo was run out freshly the other day. So.
It was. Oh, speaking of which, that's our big story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a tender, tear-jerking moment while we were down in Melbourne. While we were on the road, on the way to Phillips Island. Well, we were on Phillips Island.
We were on
Phillips Island and heading toward Grossard Point. And somebody just hit a wallaby and just kept going. And everybody else behind them, because they got to get wherever they're going. There was some show going on somewhere. And this poor wallaby is sitting there clearly severely hurt. and the wallaby is in the middle of the road. So all the people, instead of somebody stopping and doing something, they're going off road around the wallaby because it's in the middle of the one lane on that side. Artie immediately stopped. He stopped despite somebody beeping their horn. He stopped, flashers on. He went in his trunk, grabbed a jacket. He wrapped the wallaby up, handed it to Joyce in the back seat. Joyce cuddled it, talked to it, held it.
Stay safe, Andy.
Oh, hi, Andy, and goodbye, sir. Andy, I'm sorry I didn't see you come in. My apologies that I didn't greet you. But I will say farewell. Thanks for popping in. And we took it over to this animal show place that really specializes in penguins. Where we wanted to go to the show, but it was sold out. And but we took care of it. It was not dead. I personally did not have a lot of hope for it, but they said they would call somebody and check out. We obviously did not leave phone numbers to let us know what happened, but we did our good Samaritan deed, or I should say Artie and Joyce did. I was just there, but Artie handed it, and Joyce she talked to it sweetly.
Well, you guarded the car. So
I guarded I guarded the car.
So I didn't get towed away for illegal parking.
I was there in case somebody got angry because Artie's bundling it up and Joyce is getting ready to receive it there. But it was kind of sad, but the poor thing. Oh, you were meaning him. Where is he in the UK? My apologies there, Dion. Yeah. It was a tender moment, and then we turned around and hit an echidna later. Right after trying to save the wallaby. It was dark. We're on a hilly highway. Artie is driving slow to be careful, and the stupid echidna came running out in the middle of the street, and it saw us coming, and it balled up. And all I know is I heard a little bit of a thump and saw a little bit of a roll the other way. So I'm wondering if it managed to just kind of ricochet off. It definitely was not flat.
Because there's no blood on the car.
There was no blood, anything on the tires, but definitely he balled up, and we played field hockey with it.
Yeah, we didn't get a flat tire either, so that was another bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was there's just so many things. I know I'm skipping it. Like I said, we went to the old military outlook post
up at Hill 60.
At Hill 60, and we saw so many whales there. Some people saw our video when we were at Grossard Point and think we saw whales, but we're pretty sure. Actually, we know we saw whales because what we didn't get on video is because that video was filmed. We were there for a good 2 hours or more. And so we would just go and catch the one young whale. That was the most obvious one. And then we would film somewhere else, and you would turn the camera off to let it rest. And all of a sudden you turn around and you saw the flipper of the young whale come down and splash, and oh crap, look, it splashed. We briefly get I think it was Joyce got a picture. She took a picture out there just as the head of one was popping up. Then we did see one where the back arched up pretty good and went down, but by the time you get the camera out or get the focus on the flash and get it, you get just that little bit of it. But we did catch it, but we definitely saw more than what we were able to get on video. So we know there were at least 3 whales there.
And we all counted at least 8. There was a few in the distance. Yes, Dan, we can eat them, but I'm not going to take a whole wallaby. I did get some steaks from my local butcher. They got some in. But yeah, I'm not going to go out and just go and get a kangaroo for a couple of steaks. Plus it's expensive. But no, I'm not going to go out and kill them just for.
Can you eat them? Yes. But I wasn't like I was going to finish it off and then decide to eat it.
No.
And yeah, we were at I don't think the petting zoos we had. No, one of the petting zoos we had that I went to as a kid had like wallabies, but it is a different to actually be in their native habitat and just see them in the wild and touch them in the wild. But it's the little things. I mean, like cockatoos. Cockatoos are everywhere down here. Now, if you're of a certain age, you might remember the old American TV show Baretta, where he had the cockatoo on his shoulder, and you can see them at pet stores in America. But to see them everywhere on trees here in their native environment is mind-blowing, to see so many and just natural.
And we've seen the galahs. What we saw a fair few galahs.
We saw
the galahs, the ones with the crimson colours, the pink on the front, and the grey.
Oh, right.
Seen that.
Right.
But we still need to see the rainbow lorikeets.
Oh, right.
Because so far they've been all in distance. It'd be good if they come a bit closer.
But even something as simple as pelicans. Now, if you're in Florida or South Carolina, you've seen pelicans, or at least if you're in parts of the states, you've seen pelicans. I don't know how far up or down the coast they spread, but we've never seen pelicans. And we go to fish and chips shop, and fish and chips shop, and just behind it on the little mini bay or whatever that's behind them, one of the lake inlets, there's pelicans everywhere on their natural habitat. So, well, hi, Hot Dog Pilot. Thank you. My upside and the downside. Let's see, where did I purchase? Now, most of my model trains are purchased from a shop in Germany called Modell Bond Shop Lippe.
Hey, Andy.
Yeah, that's right, Greg. We saw a large mob of kangaroos on the way to lunch with you and your wife. I forgot about that. We saw a mob of kangaroos who they hopped the fences. At first, Joyce and I wondered if they were just in a paddock, like somebody was keeping them there. And no, Greg's told us that no, they actually just hop the fences and hang out there, and then they'll hop the fences and get out. Because it was a farmer's field there. But yeah, we saw a nice sized mob of those were the grays.
That were the grays. Yeah,
those were grays as well. But grays, I guess, come in two sizes, right?
Yeah.
And these were the bigger ones. The ones we saw at the animal park were the smaller variety, and then these were the bigger dudes. And then the reds are the biggest of all.
Yeah, we're not going up there. It's too far.
No, we're not going to go see red ones. They're a little too far away. But yeah, it's been a whirlwind of things. And the day I went swimming, Joyce and I got up and got our first really long walk in. We just told Artie after breakfast, goodbye, we're going to be gone for.
They got sick of me.
Yeah, we got sick of them. We had to get out. And but the sun was warm, and we took a nice long walk and walked down to the Lake Illawarra, and we waded out into the lake and just walked along. We walked way out on the decks, got some great pictures. There is a observation deck where you can really see the whole lake. We went up to that, really got some amazing views because it's water and mountains surround us. And the thing is, the lake actually has a small inlet part that feeds out to the ocean. So, you got this big, large lake, and then you have the ocean, or Tasman Sea.
Well, we haven't been to the outlet yet either.
Yeah, we hadn't been there.
The inlet, outlet, whatever you want to call it.
Well, we
still got a few more days.
Well,
more days to kill.
Yeah, we got, this is our last weekend. We've got things planned. Sunday, we are going to.
We're going on a cruise.
We're going on a cruise. We're going to try to actually see whales close up this time. We're going on a Sydney whale cruise boat. We're going to go out, and they take you out where they think the whales are hanging out, and hopefully we'll see one. There's no guarantees, no promises.
Well, we're going to well, it's not going to be Sydney, but we're going to a location at Jervis Bay, which is south of here.
Right, Jervis Bay. Oh, it's Jervis Bay?
Jervis Bay, which is south.
Oh, I thought it was the one at Sydney.
No, we're going south.
Okay, we're going south.
Yeah, we're going south for the winter.
Yeah.
So my sea legs are doing fine.
Very different than what we say.
But so it started off with that. Then we came
Goes
back,
after the winter,
had
huh?
lunch, and then we went and did this amazing drive where we went to Hill 60 and saw this stuff. And then we drove down to we went up to Mount Kembla because that's where not Hill.
No, we went to Mount Kembla to watch it to look at the stars.
Oh, right. Yeah, I got to get to that later. So we went to
Hill 60.
Port Hill 60 and saw all that. We went down to Port Kembla and Port Kembla Beach, where I did my swimming bit, and apparently left my trunks there, my swim shorts, and then
Thank God he didn't go.
we did some more sightseeing, and then we came back here for dinner, and then when it got dark enough, the sky was still clear. Oh, we also did some dumpster diving for Artie. You don't know dumpster diving?
No, he doesn't know how that was dumpster.
Artie saw some stuff on the side of the road he wanted, and Joyce and I went and got it for him.
That, yeah.
Right, dumpster diving. Somebody
Right,
put some stuff out they were getting rid of. Artie wanted it, so Joyce and I snuck out at night and got it. But then we drove off to Mount Kembla to stargaze. And you want to talk about capping off a perfect day, or at least what felt like a perfect day. We could see the band of the Milky Way, which we've never seen. And we saw the Southern Cross. And it was funny because as soon as we found the Southern Cross in the sky, the Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young song came to mind. And you just start singing, when you see the Southern Cross for the first time.
And I haven't stopped hearing it since.
You understand now why you came this way. Joyce should sing it. You can see whales from the top of Blackpool Tower. I really was going to make a joke about that. Like, it wasn't a big deal to see whales. Joyce and I saw whales last year, but we didn't.
Oh.
No. We saw a lot of whales last year, from Bangor down to Cardiff, or from Cardiff up to Bangor.
What kind of whales were they?
I don't think we saw whales.
No, we saw the country whales.
Oh, we were
With an H. Or without the H. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that were running.
Yeah, we were like Jonah. We were in whales.
Okay.
So, again, anyhow, how are you guys doing? Because right now it's just me babbling nonstop for 30 some minutes here. I really wish I had train stuff to share. We haven't done that yet because we are going tomorrow to a couple of train shops because Artie has to take me to a train shop where they might have stuff he likes. That's what I've told him he has to do. Where he could say, yeah, I might buy something here. And then we can go elsewhere as well. It's raining again where you are, Creepy? Yeah, we had some.
Keep it there, Creepy. We don't need any more yet.
Well, we had a little bit there earlier when Colleen came over. Hi, David Greenwood.
You see when your partner enjoying this.
Well, actually, I have two partners here.
David, well, we are actually going down to Jervis Bay.
Artie's my show partner, although this is my show today, and Artie's show is, we're going to go early, I think you decided.
Yeah, well, we're going early on Sunday because we've got to go down to Jervis Bay. So,
right, we got to get down to Jervis Bay.
This Sunday, my time, for the Australians, we're doing it at 9 o'clock in the morning, which is 7 o'clock in the US Eastern Standard Time. 7
p.m. tomorrow night. 7 p.m. tomorrow night, wacky weekend, where it'll be this again, except reverse roles.
Yeah. I'll be the main host. He's supposed to be the co-host, but hopefully we might get the trains going.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I've just about got everything done on the computer. Just got to fine tune it.
I don't have pictures yet, but he's left the door up a couple of times. He's finally accidentally let me see the train room. He's been trying to keep me out, not let me in, but he left the door open a couple of times the last couple of afternoons, and I've actually been able to pop in there and look around.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yep.
I better keep that door locked, I think. 'Cause
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
something
you
in
have to.
there I
You
don't
left
want
it.
to
You
see.
left it open.
Yeah, there's something in there I don't want you to see, so I better lock it.
Oops.
Ooh.
Something in there he doesn't want me to see. There you go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We should be under
Pardon?
Ryan. We should be
Oh,
under
you're in
Ryan.
Shoalhaven. Oh wow, David. Wish we had known that ahead of time. You're right around the corner here.
Well, David, if you, he said he lived in Charlotte.
Oh, he lived.
Yeah, if you was down there, we can pop over if he's down there. But yeah, he will like Jervis Bay. That's correct. He will like it down there, David.
We're very excited. Jervis Bay has some of the whitest sand in the world.
Yeah, it has, and
which will fit because this time of year, without having a lot of work in the sun, I'm one of the whitest people. I'll disappear on the beach. I blinded people when I kind of took my shirt off briefly.
Needed welder's glasses. He was that white.
Yeah, I was pretty pale. I was pretty pale. My arm, I've got arms are decently tanned. I try not to tan too much because skin cancer runs rampant in my family. So.
Well, I've got to say we've been kind of lucky with this trip with Anthony and Joyce. I mean, we managed to dodge most of the bad weather. Granted, we left a day early out of Melbourne because we thought that we had strong winds, but I mean, we've only had really we've really only had 2 days of rain, if you can call it that.
Right.
Well, we had one solid rain, but we've been dodging and we've managed to dodge a lot of the rain.
There goes my name being used as a verb or an adjective again.
Where's that?
Dodge.
Dodge.
We managed to dodge the rain.
Well, I'm sorry, but it is a word. I could have said something else, but you don't like it.
Oh, we could say a lot of things if you really want to get going now,
that's
buddy.
right.
We can really start getting there.
And controller. Okay. I don't think we're going to go down that far south, Gary, but I'll point him in that direction anyway. But yeah, it is very nice down there, and I've not been down that area since 2019. So there's a few new roads that's gone down that way, and I'd like to check it out, see what it's like. Ooh, donuts. Oh, we've got to have donuts on the way down.
Time to make the donuts.
Donuts, fresh donuts at a donut van in Berry.
Right. Yeah, I could go for donuts.
Well, funny you say that, Andy. It's trying outside. We've just got this nice little steady light rain.
Oh,
outside
right,
at the
right.
moment. I can't afford to dodge a forward.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. I've got video of it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. Can I pop it? Could I find it and pop it up real fast? Down here in Australia, now we have actually seen a couple of Dodge cars. We've seen a Dodge Caravan. I've seen a couple of Dodge Challengers, and we've seen a couple of Dodge pickup trucks, also Ram pickup trucks. But yeah, let me see if I can find that video of it.
This guy here nearly gave me a heart attack yesterday.
Oh man, I so desperately wanted to chase that guy down.
Buzz didn't want to stop. He must have known.
I'm trying to think. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
It was yesterday.
That was just yesterday. Yeah. So I've got to go to that file. There's got to be a video of me where we're chasing that poor man and his car. Oh, wait, that's the wrong file. That's why I'm not finding what I'm looking for. Sorry, kids. There'll just be a delay here. Yep, here we go.
It's the old original.
Yeah, David.
So I got to set this up correctly.
Yeah, David, I have seen it, but what I've seen on the website.
All right. Good night, Dion. Thanks for hanging out.
Good night,
Next week,
Dion.
I'll be back at my normal time. So Dave, the Canadian, Scott's Rails. I'm taking my time back next week at 3 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Next Friday, a week from. I'll be back on with trains running and a new loco, as long as nothing goes wrong. Maybe more than one. And did I see? Okay, so anyhow, let's see if I can do this. Share screen.
Yeah, David, I know about the shop. It's got a new owner up there now. But what I've been seeing, they don't really have much stock. It's all
Okay.
they'll order it in for you. Oh.
So here we go. We were driving back from
No, we were going from Kituba to Mount Victoria.
this was on the way to Mount Victoria.
Yeah, this was on the way to Mount Victoria.
Okay, I can't remember if it was on the way or
Because
back.
I made a U-turn, I can't remember.
All right, so let's see. Hopefully this will play. I'm trying to get it to play. Wouldst thou play, please? Apparently it doesn't want to play.
G'day, Monzville. Well, you got to hit the play button.
I am hitting the play button. It's not doing it.
Did you pay the internet bill?
There we go.
We got it.
Oh, that stupid hide the screen on there.
Hang on, it's my internet bill.
Oh, hell, that would actually be very cool, say, because I think he might enjoy that.
Yeah, the internet.
Here on the highway, obviously.
That was a mid 1920s Dodge truck. Hey, Mons, how are you? But yeah, that was a 1920s Dodge truck. Early, probably my guess would be 23, 24.
I'd have to see it from the side.
Let's see, on the side. Okay, we can have a look at the side. Here we go.
We were so hoping this guy would stop somewhere. Now you see that behind there? You see that tag on there where it says Dodge Service and then it says DB? That's the second earliest signage you would ever have on a Dodge vehicle with the DB, because that stood for Dodge Brothers, because originally Dodge Car Corporation was Dodge Brothers. So that was really cool to see. So we were hoping the guy would stop or pull over somewhere where we could chat with him real quick and let him meet an actual member of the Dodge family and say, hey, my relatives built that car and built that truck back in the day. It's 100 years old. And but that DB, that's the criminal side of me still going. Those little blue signs that say Dodge Service and then DB for Dodge Brothers, those I think those two signs, if they are actual from the 20s as well, are worth a couple of thousand or more each. The only one that's more expensive is from the first 5 years of Dodge. It was DBA, Dodge Brothers Automobiles. So that was really cool to see. I was so excited to see that. That was so cool. You got an interesting video for us, Randall. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. The only other place that would be nice for you to have a look at is the Auto Museum, which is just
right, just around the corner.
around the corner.
Well, yeah,
Still
I mean,
Monday.
We got Monday, although Monday the weather's kicking up, and I think we could potentially do both. I don't know.
Well,
Minamura.
Minamura, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Joyce would like to see Minamura.
Yeah, okay.
So a couple of people are screaming, "Hi, Joyce."
Hi.
She's playing with the bunny.
She's playing with the bunny.
She's playing with
Oh,
the bunny.
Randall just sent it too. Okay, I will check that later,
or
Randall.
Should I say the bunny's playing with her? But let's put it this way: the Joyce and the bunny are playing with each other. No,
Okay, Randall's sending me a couple.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Dodge Challenger for sale.
Is that like the one?
Or is that the old Dodge?
Is it silver?
NASCAR Zombie Dodges.
Oh, it's NASCAR. Oh.
NASCAR Zombie Dodges. There we go. Okay, I will check that out later. Thank you for that.
So the challenges here are basically. Hang on, please, guys.
So yeah, it's been quite a trip. It's been quite a journey.
Where you going?
And like I said, just from Melbourne to today, and I've lost such track of time. The 3 days in Melbourne, the drive down, because we live streamed before I went to Melbourne, or did we live stream while in Melbourne? I can't remember.
No, I did a live stream from Glenrowan.
Right,
On
the Ned
one
Kelly.
Ned Kelly, that's right.
Right. Okay. So yeah, we didn't talk
Yes,
about that.
Marcel.
We elected. We were going to drive down and see the sights from Wollongong, Berkeley, down to Melbourne, which is a 10-hour drive. So when you add stopping for meals, toilet breaks, and and other, we're going to stop off and see Ned Kelly's site of his final shootout. And then we went ahead and looked around for some Ned Kelly region, said, here's where he hung out and did this and blah, blah, blah.
Tried to hold a bank, but I couldn't.
We didn't know exactly where we were going to stop to spend the night. And we figure, okay, it's a bunch of small towns in the middle of Australia. Well, not the middle of Australia, but you know what I mean. It's just small towns. I mean, it's not like you'd expect. Well, we hit the town of Albury.
He's beginning at Monsville. He's getting the pronunciations done right now. He can stay longer.
The Mulberry. Yeah,
Oh.
Mulberry. Yeah, now you got me confused. I'm reading something else here. We stopped off at Albury.
Well,
And the joke was we were feeling like Jesus, Joseph, and Mary, because every inn we went in was booked and had no room.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell's going on? It's this tiny little town in the middle of nowhere between Sydney and Melbourne, and every damn hotel was booked.
And the stables were full too.
And the stables were full too.
So we had to cross the border into Mexico. That was their place.
Everything was booked. It's like, what the hell's going on? Well, finally, Artie called somebody he knew or a place he knew, and he said, yeah, I got a couple of rooms. Very nice rooms, probably cheaper than we would have paid in Albury.
Oh,
and very nice rooms. Very nice rooms. Very nice rooms at a good price. I was very pleased.
The room service was nice too.
What room service?
Did you get room service?
No, I didn't get room service. You got to remember, it was actually a clear night, and an hour earlier, before we actually found a hotel, we were thinking we could go out and do some stargazing. And then we went in that room, hit the bed, and I went backwards, and oh yeah, I was out. So that was our only other chance we had to do stargazing before we went stargazing the other night. But be that as it may, yeah, we finally went up the road. We had to cross the border into Victoria. They call it Mexico over here. We went crossing the border into Victoria, which is the enemy down in this part, especially Melbourne. Don't mention Melbourne to most of the people up here. They hate it. Sorry, Greg, but they really seem to have an attitude against Melbourne up here.
We will only accept a selective number.
Apparently you're okay, Greg. Apparently, as a Melbourneite, you're okay. It's the people in the heart of the city that are the real.
And towards the west. Yeah.
And towards the is it? No, he's towards the east, isn't he?
He's on the east.
He's on the east. So okay, he's good. Yeah.
He's good, but he is technically.
See, I'm looking at the map this way, going, wait, he's left. That's west. No, that's looking south. So.
Here we go. I've got to say this. This was a classic, guys. Here we are, down to the bottom. Trying to explain to Anthony the north and south. He's looking at this map.
That says north this way.
And he's looking at the map upside down. But even though it's pointing north, I go, no, Anthony, that's north, that's south. But he says here, go, yeah,
The
that's up,
stupid
that is-
sign was saying north that way. So I was oriented. And when you looked at the islands over there, it seemed to orient that way.
So
But clearly, you finally look at the sun and you go, yeah, the map has it backwards somehow.
Well, so
Don't blame me. Blame your stupid Aussie map makers.
I didn't make it. I was someone in Melbourne that made it.
That would be an Aussie. I know you don't want to admit it, but they're Aussies too. And they have feelings too.
Do they?
I think so.
Well, we don't know.
At least some of them express their feelings when you tried to run them down while riding through the city of Melbourne.
Oh, is that what the screaming was?
Yes,
Oh,
that's what the screaming was.
Oh.
No, don't kill us. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because we did drive through Melbourne.
Yeah, I'm an hour and a half south of Sydney.
Yeah. But I did give you the 5-minute tour on Melbourne driving through in a car. We locked all the doors.
Actually,
locked all
the
windows.
2-hour tour, yes. And we locked up our wallets and our doors, yes.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I took them there. I took them over to Pentridge there, Greg.
We did stop off on that one point took us to see the ocean just outside of Melbourne.
Yeah.
When the
down to
wind
St.
was
Kilda.
blowing. What?
We went to St. Kilda.
St. Kilda. Yeah, St. Kilda. Whom I know
down
from
in
the AFL.
the Esplanade.
Yes, the
But
Esplanade.
Sadly, it was blowing.
The wind was
Oh.
way beyond gale force at that time.
Black Beach.
But it didn't matter because it just made the waves that more impressive.
I mean, it was that bad. Like even the nudist beach was out.
Hey, Stormy Sky, welcome
Hey,
in. Thank you
Stormy
for
Sky.
stopping by.
Because I thought I'd give them a treat. I took them down to Black Beach there, Greg.
Yeah, Black Beach. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
and
Yep.
of course, for people that know from Melbourne that know it, that's a bit of a nudist beach.
Ah, nobody was going nude that day.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no, there was no one there.
No. No, if anybody was going naked on that beach that day, men would have lost their junk and women would have been pointing south very enthusiastically.
Yeah.
That would go back to Pastor Alan Parson from the Southwestern Ecumenical Council Service in Matt Clark, where is it? Oh my, it's a bit nippy out there, isn't it?
Might as well. We didn't stop. One, it was the weather was crappy. Plus, I really wanted to get out. I wanted to show him Petridge's jail, which was really for me that will be one of the old icons of Melbourne.
Yeah.
And thankfully, they have not demolished the old what you guys call it in America, like the Green Mile.
The old shopping and sort of old timey. Well, you had the old not arcade, but like little park.
Yeah,
The amusement park.
we had the old amusement park down there at St Kilda. They're doing some work down there. I don't know what it is.
It's closed, but they're rebuilding.
And I still didn't get a ride on. I'm still upset after
50 some years.
50-something years. Yeah.
We're getting old.
That was when you.
Artie has a lot of old homes. He really does. I mean, I'm saying that to be facetious, but he does. You've lived in quite a few places.
Yeah, I have. I didn't get to show you my old house in Melbourne, my first house in Melbourne. You'll have to stay longer.
Need to head up to Queensland's for nice weather. If our stay had been longer, if Joyce and I could have thrown in one more week, because usually Joyce and I travel for 4 weeks. We're gone for most of the month of June, but because the cost of the flight here, we really had to scale back on because really the flight was double. So we had to scale back. Plus, we're also trying to save up to go. Well, we are going to Getz, but we do have to keep money aside for that. But anyhow, we would have flown up to Brisbane and for a couple of days. Yeah, I saw the morning flight. We could have gone up and maybe said hello to Robin or whatever. And
Guys, I've got to say,
We saw the old Melbourne jail.
that's the one I was talking about.
Right. We saw the old Melbourne
That's
jail.
Pentridge.
The funny thing is, several people waved and said, "Hi, Artie."
Yeah, there's David. They have actually changed a fair bit. G'day, Tim. How are you?
Hey, Tim. Nice to
Um,
see you, Sir Tim.
2 sections have been retained. The old section where they had the notorious
And
inmates
Artie's cell. That's
and my cell's been preserved as well. That's the other side.
there were 3 big burly inmates hanging out the window going, "We miss you, Artie."
G'day, Happy Valley. I was trying to get you to come.
Hey, Edward, how are you?
I did try to get you to come in.
Well, hell no. I'm not going in.
Well, look, we could have tunneled out. We had the machines there. We could have tunneled out under the wall.
Tunnel out. You have to bend over and dig down. I wasn't going in there to bend over. Oh, hell no.
But yeah, we got to see that. They really doing up around the Pentridge jail precinct, the old part of it. They're still working on them. I'm glad they're retaining some of the wall there too.
Yep.
It's going to be worth a visit just to go there next time when they come over, because I can see them come back down here.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's still a lot more to that. They've only seen not even
Right.
seen I've got to say you've seen about a third down here.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, we still got more to go up north. So what, 2-3 years? Who knows? But they're always going to be welcome. But I won't be living in Wollongong anymore. Probably in the next 3 years' time, and because I'll be going further west.
Yeah, you'll be, if your plans come out the way you're going.
Right, I'm moving to Port Augusta. So for your stargaze, nobody out there enjoys.
It'd probably be great for stargazing. Might be a little harder to go places.
No,
How far is Port Augusta by car from Melbourne?
that same as what it is from here.
About 10 hours again? Okay.
About 10 to 12 hours. What question, Anthony?
I get vacation constipation. Hi, welcome to Dr. Dodge's.
Oh, God.
Tonight's topic is vacation constipation. There is an adjustment period to the food here. And then
They weren't starving, I can tell you that much. Anthony.
no, I've been enjoying the food down here too much, because you can't go to a restaurant. We go to a place where I ask for a light lunch and they bring you, this man, like even like when we went out to lunch with Greg and his wife, I ordered what I thought would be, well, they had the lunch menu shut down. So you did order the main meal, but we had the penna, I think it was.
Penna,
yeah, the penna. And wow, big bowl. You order schnitzels, you get 2 this big. And Artie doesn't do things by halves either. When he cooks for us, it's big steaks. You go to a fish and chips shop, you get a big piece of fish this big, and then a matching massive couple of handfuls of French fries. Chips.
Not French fries, they were freshly cut.
French fries.
French fries are those tiny little things that you think.
Yeah, no. Shut up. Damn Aussies. You didn't invent them, so you can't decide what they're called.
Those ones that we invented, because McDonald's don't make them, neither does Hungry Jack's or any of the others.
In Germany, they're called Pommes.
What?
And they're better than anybody. So
Pommes,
which they got from the French.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
that's why they're called French fries. French deep fried potatoes. French fries.
But yeah, definitely. At least they can't go home.
It's like this. It's the same argument. It's the same argument as this. Okay, you talk to a Scotsman or anybody from the UK, and many people in the world say Edinburgh. We're flying you free to Edinburgh, and everybody goes, "It's Edinburgh." Okay, it's Edinburgh. All right. Why is it Edinburgh? Because that's what we call it. All right. But does a person from Edinburgh say we're taking a flight over to Paris? No, he says we're taking it to Paris. Do they say we're going to travel over to Berlin? No, they say Berlin. So why do we have to pronounce that one right when they can turn around and not pronounce everybody else's the correct way? I mean, one rule, Aussies, one rule.
Different
one rule,
spelling,
Aussies.
different spelling. You know, we shorten things to make it more simple.
Right. We shorten
We
things.
invented chicken salt. Thank you, Gary.
We
Yeah.
shorten things. You invented chicken salt and you can keep it.
Oh, okay, Dave.
Chicken salt is just chicken dandruff.
Who's that? Dominic. G'day, Dominic.
Hey, Dominic Z, how are you? And yeah, so all of you that I hope by now you all understand that I haven't been watching videos, so I don't know who's posted what. I've caught a couple of videos and commented on a couple of videos, and then I just see how many videos I'm missing and I cry. And then I go swimming in the ocean to drown my tears.
And he didn't drown people.
I will give one suggestion though. If you ever go swimming in the ocean, don't shave that day and not use shaving gel afterwards. Yeah, I shaved the back of my neck and I didn't put any, balm on it. And for that water, when I went in, that stung. That was stingy. Ouch. Yes, technically they are Belgian, but it was French Belgians. There are no Belgians. There are French Belgians or Dutch Belgians, and they don't like each other, but they live in one country.
Yeah. Andrew, yes, I know you're Scottish.
Walloons and the Flemish.
I've got some very good friends that are Scottish here.
Exactly, Andy. Exactly.
No, that looks like something from New Zealand.
Oh, no, we've seen plenty. Even the lake here is Illawarra, which is short. That's a short name here.
Yeah, what's your point? That was a mistake because some Englishmen actually put that down on a piece of paper, but it was an Aussie or a former convict. It would have been shortened.
There's that.
Yeah, that's why we call Wollongong the Gong, not Wollongong. Locals call it the Gong.
Wollongong. Wollongong, which is indigenous for
G'day, Richard.
Man with hairy private parts. You're at work, working hard, or hardly working. Dominic, no, I did not know that, but that's cool. Yeah, so it's I'm gonna have to go home and first of all lose a lot of weight because I was gaining weight before I got here, and I haven't been losing it here because I'm not doing the walking I do in Germany because
And it's being fed here.
And no, in Germany I get fed too. I just say no in Germany. I haven't been saying no here.
Oh no, you said no a couple of times.
I did say no a couple of times.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh, I don't know the meaning of no.
I understand that. Boy, have you proven that.
Especially when it comes to eating.
We've had a lot of good meals. You've cooked a lot of great stuff. Your little rotelli we had the other day was good.
Yeah, what else can I cook for you? I'll be trying to cook you a goulash. I don't know if I'm going to have time.
I don't know because I'm not a big fan of goulash. I don't know if Joyce is. I won't speak for Joyce on that one. But yeah, we and like I said, today the temple was really something special. Very serene.
Yeah, we went all the way to Taiwan for that one.
So, yesterday, was it just yesterday that we were at the Great View at
it was
Katoomba.
The Blue Mountains,
Katoomba, the Blue Mountains,
Yeah,
amazing. And then today, the Serene Temple. The only thing was when we were at Katoomba, when I started filming, when I finally went over there to film, that Vietnamese banking group came in. Wow, were they loud and rowdy.
And you thought us, the Aussies and the Europeans, European blooded Aussies.
No, the Aussies were quiet, but yeah, that was a loud group. They were pretty.
Oh,
they were pretty feisty. And
they were more happier than Hungarian that had some Palinko.
Yeah. But when Hungarians, at least the Hungarians I met in Melbourne, had Palinko, they were happy, but they weren't rowdy. They tended to just sit there and enjoy the fact that the little buzz they were getting on their little
Yeah, but
moonshine.
the biggest problem was, seriously, I wasn't drinking.
Yeah, that was a big problem because Artie, when he does drive, doesn't drink before the night before. He won't, or he'll try to keep at least 12, 16 hours between it. Be that as it may, Uncle George was quite happy to share it with me. Or not Uncle George, Cousin George. Cousin George was quite happy to share it with me. He gave me a couple, 2 or 3 the first night. And when I talked about how much I liked it, he just couldn't wait to bring out all his different flavors and all his different, because he brews it himself. He's a moonshiner. He's a Hungarian Aussie moonshiner. And the shit will clean your sinuses. And the problem was, what led to one of the more difficult things was, we intended to do more, but I had the next night, I probably had 5 of those because he was trying out different flavors. Try this one. You like that? Try that. Here's another one. He's got like 30 bottles of it down on these 2 shelves in this drawer. Try this. Try this. Try this. And I'm like, no. Okay,
you haven't seen what he's got in the garage, yeah?
Yeah, that I can only imagine.
Hang on. I'll got some medicinal purposes here too.
Yeah. You're driving tomorrow, so you can't have any. But I'm not. It's in an old German beer bottle.
You know what? I reckon me and Anthony can drink this up before he goes.
We would be like, because I had like 5 shots of his Palinko plus something else, trying out his different flavors. And then I had some medicine I had to take before bed, and the medicine says don't take with alcohol. And I was a little green the next day. That I was not enjoying some of our car rides. I was getting motion sick. Because I was clearly either shouldn't have taken my pills or shouldn't have had the Palinko.
Yeah. Oh, David, you would have, if you lived in the Fairmeadow in the 90s, mid-90s, you was just down the road from me then, because then I was living in Corrimal. So we were practically neighbours. We probably would have even crossed paths.
Maybe, might have walked past the street. Because we have been to so many different beaches. We really have. A lot of different beaches. And
not really.
Well, okay, let's face it. Australia is really just one big beach that goes 9,000 miles around in a circle. 4,000 miles across. So wait, if you want to get the diameter, if you treat Australia as a circle, circumference equals pi r squared. Radius would be what, about 2,300 times 3.15, and then square that. Yeah, there's a lot of no, that's area. Area is pi r squared. I'm sorry, area is pi r squared.
Yeah, that's right.
Circumference is 1/2. Oh my God, it's been too long since I did trigonometry.
Well, 1/8 of it is cliff face.
1/8. But anyhow, we've been to a lot of beaches anyhow. And
Oh, shut up, man.
We've been to a lot of beaches. And you could say to some degree, they're all the same. And yet each one really seems to have its own personality, because I've got so much beach video that I think when I make videos and Joyce puts them up on her channel and we watch them when we get back home, we're going to be like, what's with all the ocean video? Well, we're by the ocean nonstop, and we went to all these different beaches, and each one was beautiful. We had different weather conditions. We had different plant life and wildlife, and just different experiences with each beach.
Well,
because even Black Beach in the heavy wind and little bit of rain was amazing to see. I actually enjoyed seeing the ocean pissed off like that there. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
I have not seen that bay that pissed off for quite some time. 50,000 kilometers circumference around the sea. Thanks, Gary.
So 50 is about, what did I say? About 9,000 miles. 15,000 kilometers. About, guys, my geometry is usually damn good, as is my mathematics.
I would say you probably got about 13,000 kilometers that year of beach around it because the other ones are just all cliff faces.
Cliff faces.
Eventually.
So
But yeah, I mean, today you got to go. I had to go out and to an appointment, so I dropped
we walked whatever that
from
be.
the lighthouse along. We call it the Blue Mile.
We walked the Blue Mile.
Not the Green Mile.
Not the Green Mile. Thank God. That
Yeah.
that would have been the prison
the
bed
Blue
again.
Mile, I actually had a look. I actually did do a walk there on the live stream a couple of years ago, but I actually got to experience it.
You picked the
And
down
I
to
finished
leave
off
me
at-
with sleep.
North Wollongong Beach, which used to be one of my favourite little hangouts when I was a young rebel.
Seen a lot of beaches here, but you just ignore them when they're being mean.
Yeah, they haven't.
Because their kids are worse. Because their kids are sons of beaches. And
exactly,
yeah.
But I've got to say the beaches have been actually quite nice.
How many gauges are there in Australia? Oh my God! At one time there was way too many because every state had its own gauge.
Well, there's 4 gauges on the east coast. They're still active.
4 gauges on the East Coast. So there you go, right there.
That's including Tasmania. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we had 4 gauges in the
I got a 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
Oh, different. I'm sorry.
That's 9 gauges more than me. I mean, yeah, that's 9 gauges more than what I have. Oh well. But yeah, we've still got a little bit more to do. Tomorrow, Sunday is going to be an interesting one for you. Because you will definitely, hopefully, you'll see something.
How long does it take to get to Jervis Bay from here?
About an hour.
Just an hour? Okay,
About
cool.
an hour and 10, depending on traffic.
All right, hour 15. Okay, so not too far.
Yeah.
So that will leave part of the day, although it will be Sunday, so most things would be closed
What? Wait.
on Sunday.
What? Here?
Well, depending on what else we wanted to do on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Because Monday's our last day, and then we got to go to bed early because we're getting up early. We got to get up at what? We got to be at the Sydney airport at 6, so we got to leave here.
6 in the morning.
Well, flight is 9:25.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
Gee, they changed your schedule. Okay.
Yep. Our flight's at 9:25, and we're supposed to be there 3 hours ahead of time, and it takes us what, 2 hours to get there?
That time in the morning. Yeah, look, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
So we got to leave here 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. Yeah.
Oh, well, say 5 in the morning. I think we can get away with being there 2.5 hours before flight. I hate when they tell you to be there 3 hours before the flight, and then it's
There's no one there.
2 hours sitting on your
I've
ass.
done that before. I turned up 3 hours and I didn't even know.
Because we'll do all our checking in Monday. But yeah, we need to go to bed early on Monday.
No, you won't be able to do online check-in out of Sydney. You won't be able to do your check-in online from Sydney. They won't let you because you look like a terrorist. Yes, Happy Father, they have got a standing gauge. They actually are converters. Well,
Slowly they're getting to
they're
it,
slowly
yes.
getting to it. There is Victoria is the one that's doing a lot of work on it at the moment. They just finished doing the Melbourne to Mildura line. That's all standard gauge now. You can go from Brisbane to Perth now all on standard gauge. So they are working on it. It's a big job. Oh, we didn't want to see that. Oh, no way. Oh, the poor viewers.
What'd they see? My shirt?
Oh, your shirt. No.
Oh, my shirt's cool. Actually, we bought this for my son, but we got the wrong size.
Oh, really?
So we'll have to get him a different one.
No.
Anyhow, Leamington Station. We are indeed enjoying our trip. We are having a great time.
Yes, Randall, it is.
And it's been amazing here. Actually, I should do it more like this. Yes, we are having a great time. Everything's going well here. We are fine.
Yeah, they're fine, all right.
Bring on Aussie. You'll find out not all Americans are pushovers.
Yeah, Randall, they did.
And once again, we have to end the live stream because Artie is fingering his rod again.
You leave my rod out of it. You're just jealous. You're just jealous my rod's bigger than yours.
Mine's not made out of wood.
Yeah, but I've got the iron sticker inside it. Excuse me. Oh, just dropped my wood.
Good night, folks. Try the veal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyhow, it is going on 11:30 here, so we probably should wrap this up because it's been a great day. Need to go to bed. We're getting up. What time? What time do we hit the road tomorrow, Artie? What time am I driving off tomorrow?
Anyway, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock.
8:30. That means we're getting up 7:30, which is only 8 hours away.
That's what time we get up there. Oh no, I was thinking 9:30.
9:30. Okay, so we can sleep until 8.
Yeah, good.
Ooh, a whole 8.5 hours if I go to sleep right away.
What is a standard gauge? The same as what your US runs on Happy Valley.
Whatever that is.
What is it, 4'8"? That's what the standard gauge is. But Japan, yeah, they're different.
Japanese
yeah.
got to be different, just like the Aussies. I'm sorry, just like the Aussies.
Okay, so anyway, guys, again, my stream is going to be an hour earlier this weekend. So that's all right if I can say that. Too late, I already said it.
Yeah. It'll be an hour earlier. I've still got to watch the Fun Day Friday video you just posted, but I'll watch that.
It's very incriminating, people. You want to have a look at that. Yeah, that's the one, hot dog Andy. Yep.
Yeah, 8.5.
Yep.
4 foot 8.5.
Yep.
Which coincidentally is Artie's height.
No, it's not.
All right, I gave you credit. It's actually 4'8".
See what I got to put up with? Jeez. Yeah.
Oh, I do hope so, David Greenwood. I only got one pill to get me home.
Well, I told you we could have got it.
I know we probably could. I still would, but I forgot to contact my doctor. And since it's the weekend, I wouldn't hear from him until Monday anyhow. I figure the one pill should do me good.
My doctors up here will give you whatever you want.
Read my friend, I said you'd call Dr. Robert.
Yeah, well, you told me that was.
Day or night, he'll be there anytime at all, Dr. Robert.
Would you like me to make an appointment for Monday morning?
No.
Okay.
We're good. We'll be good.
All
All right. Anyhow, so on behalf of myself and the silent partner who has already gone to bed, I think.
Run away with the bunny.
I'm going to say Auf Wiedersehen
Choose.
and happy trains.
Bye.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you same bat time, same bat channel, but different bat place. Back home next Friday. It's kind of sad to say that, but it's also kind of nice to say it. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.